Greetings, humans. I come in peace and with podcasts. Welcome to Pod Nation Media, home of the KJ&A Podcast, The Undiscovered Entrepreneur, Monster Island Film Vault, Cthulhu Jack Presents, and Films in Fermentation. All streaming exclusively on Roku. Business, monsters, whiskey, cinema, chaos. Your ears deserve better. Join Pod Nation Media before we probe your algorithm.
Fermentation, movies and inebriation. It's a neon-soaked vibration, a liquid kind of liberation. Pop the lid and start the show. We got nowhere else to go. Turn the speakers up to 10, then we start it all again. Films and fermentation, movies and
You think you know about podcasts? Here's the thing about podcasts. They're always listening. We launched our first episode. Thought we'd get maybe 20 downloads. Family, friends, maybe my mom. Then one morning, woke up and it was there. A 1-star review. No words, just 1 star. Didn't think much of it. Then another and another. Before long, they were circling. Algorithms don't tell you how they hunt. One day you're there. Next day, you're buried between a knitting show from 2014 and a guy explaining Civil War belt buckles for 3 hours. That's when you know the podcasters have found you. You hear them in the distance. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the #1 podcast about left-handed medieval cheese making. They never sleep. Every day, another crime show, another movie review, another celebrity who thinks owning a microphone counts as personality. You don't outrun them. You just keep recording. Sometimes one disappears. No announcement. No farewell. Just silence. You tell yourself they retired, but deep down you know they got eaten. Sometimes you click on a new show. No cover art. No intro music. Just someone looking into a camera with black eyes, like a doll's eyes, before saying, "Hey guys, welcome to my podcast." And welcome to Films in Fermentation. Tonight is episode 247, Real Plot or Not, Shark Week edition, in case you didn't get the gist of whatever that weird-ass speech was I just did. That was my best Robert Shaw impression. So in honor of Shark Week, which is coming up soon, we are doing a Real Plot or Not episode, but all of the films tonight are shark-based, whether they are real or not. Again, we are Films of Fermentation, a movie and alcohol podcast, #1 beer podcast on Good Pods. I'm Leo.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Mike.
We're 3 friends like talk shit about movies while getting shit-faced. On Films and Fermentation Shark Week special, we're testing not just our movie knowledge, but humanity's ability to distinguish between actual shark movies and fever dreams that somehow got greenlit. In Real Plot or Not Shark Week edition, we'll read outrageous shark movie plot summaries, and our contestants, Kevin and Mike, will have to decide whether Hollywood really made them or whether I made them up after one too many tropical drinks. Considering there are movie franchises featuring ghost sharks, avalanche sharks, and sharks that apparently ignore the laws of biology, this game is far more difficult than it has any right to be. So grab your favorite beverage, keep your hands out of the water, and join us as we discover that sometimes the scariest thing in Shark Week isn't the shark, it's the screenwriting. Don't forget to drop us an email, filmsoffermentation@gmail.com, or visit linktree.com/filmsoffermentation. Find all of our social media podcast links You can watch us on the Pod Nation Media Network on Roku, on YouTube, or on Rumble. Or you can join our Patreon, patreon.com/Films of Fermentation for as little as $1 a month. Receive members-only content. We have some new stuff on there now. Mike has done a few new Expedition beer episodes. I have a few more Adventures in Podcasting episodes on there. We have some movie review episodes, and I am starting a little side podcast on my own called Marquee TV and Me, where I review popular plays as they are being shown on the Marquee TV app. Something I downloaded recently and thought would be fun to do on my own. And that will just be all paywall related. So if you'd like to see those videos, you got to join the Patreon. You can also text us at 904-867-4466. What are we drinking tonight? I'm going to be making my drink while you guys are talking about yours.
Well, I'm going to go first tonight. So recently, the three of us just got back from vacation. And while we're out there, Leo and I went to this place called Talliesville Brewing Company. It was actually at Kent, New Kent wine is where they have this. They also have the brewery.
I was at a petting zoo.
Yes, you were. And while Leo and I both agreed that none of the beers were actually special. I mean, they were all good beers, and I've been there twice and not had a bad beer. I thought it was worth mentioning them on the podcast. They've had at least 8 good beers there, which is hard to do. And so I am drinking from the crowler I got from them, the Broken Post Pilsner. It is 4.9 alcohol by volume.
Kev, what you have going on this evening?
Yeah. I know tomorrow is National Tequila Day, but I was tequila. And I know that we're doing a shark-based podcast, and I thought, do I have blue cacao? I do not.
I do.
Do I have coconut rum? I do not.
I do.
Do I have any of the other ingredients to make a shark attack or a shark bite? I do not. I have grenadine. I do have grenadine.
I probably.
So then I looked in my fridge, and I found an Allagash lager. It's crisp, balanced, and refreshing. And I have a Blue Moon Belgian style wheat ale. So I will be consuming them this evening. Yes.
Okay. Well, I will be drinking a shark bite this evening. So I made mine with some Cuervo Especial agave tequila. Some Lord's Blue Curacao.
Yes. I said cacao. I meant curacao. It's like chocolate. My bad.
I added a splash of Sprite for color. And now here is my blue ocean water drink. Here is my grenadine. I'm going to add my blood in the water. That guy's McDonald's. And my drink is now purple. It was red for a little while.
Too much red in the water.
Yeah, I think I might have dropped a little too much grenadine in there. Let's see how it tastes now. It was tasting pretty good before I put it in there. Oh, still tasty. That's good drink. All right. I'm not working tomorrow. So let's see here. I have to play a song now, don't I? Where is it? Here it is.
This week in film history with Mike. This week in film history with Mike.
In 1943, musical film Stormy Weather, directed by Andrew L. Stone and starring Bill Robinson, Lena Horne, and Fats Waller singing Ain't Misbehavin', premieres in the U.S.
The only thing I know about that movie is the song Stormy Weather and Ain't Misbehavin'. Oh, I know a little bit about this next one.
I think you guys would. In 1952, The Quiet Man, film directed by John Ford and starring John Wayne. and Maureen O'Hara is released in the UK.
Just so if you're not aware of it, we have a whole Quiet Man episode. I think we did 2 Quiet Man episodes because we love that movie so much.
Mm,
And every year we watch Quiet Man on St. Patty's Day
St. Patty's Day.
and send pictures of each other watching the Quiet Man to each other because, you know, you have to prove it, even though we know we do it every year. I love Quiet Man. It's such a great movie.
Great movie.
Next one.
1952, also American Western film High Noon is released, directed by Fred Zinman and starring Gary Cooper, Grace Kelly, and Thomas Mitchell.
Was this a sci-fi movie?
No.
High Noon?
Oh, okay.
It's a Western.
It says it right in there. American Western.
Next one's a sci-fi movie that I've definitely seen.
You think? 1959, Ed Wood's cult classic Plan 9 from Outer Space, often called one of the worst films ever, premieres starring Gregory Walcott and
all right, yes, it is often referred to as one of the worst films ever made. I love this fucking movie. I've seen it multiple times. I own it. I would watch this again before I watched Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter, Bad Biology, or any number of bad films that I've talked about over the last few years. I'd watch this again before I watched the one about the cocaine raccoon. It wasn't a raccoon.
Cocaine
bear. No, it was a sloth. It was called Slaughterhouse.
Good night, folks. I'm out.
I love Pluto TV and Tubi, man. They are gems. Next one, sir.
1974, Death Wish, based on the novel by Brian Garfield, directed by Michael Winner, and starring Charles Bronson, is released in the U.S.
I actually watched Death Wish sometime within the last year because I heard another podcast talking about it. I was like, I haven't watched that in a really long time. So it's weird, man, because it's such a slow burn movie. Like, he doesn't go on his like revenge till like the last 20 minutes of the film.
Yeah.
And the first 20 minutes of the film are just really uncomfortable because it's his wife and daughter getting killed. It's brutal, the movie, followed by multiple sequels that become more like Rambo than Death Wish.
That's what happens.
Yeah. Next one.
Okay, so the next two are very similar. So I gave you the actual dates for these. July 21st, 1978, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I'm sorry. The Bee Gees, based on the Beatles album of the same name, premieres in New York City.
I love that they couldn't get the Beatles to star in their own film, so they got the Bee Gees.
Well, George was the next
Barry Gibb.
Barry Gibb.
Man. Next one.
So July 24th, 3 days later, in 1978, Paramount Pictures releases jukebox musical comedy film Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, starring British singers Peter Frampton and the Bee Gees. All cast featuring late period songs of the Beatles. It is a critical and commercial flop.
So there were 2 separate Lonely Hearts Club Band movies?
No, they premiered it in New York, and 3 days later they released it.
I kind of misread that because I got a little confused because Peter Frampton was mentioned in the second one, but not the first one.
Yeah. No.
So that's that's their Beatles in the film. It's Peter Frampton and the 3 Bee Gees are the Sgt. Pepper's Band.
That's like Ace of Base doing an ABBA movie.
They're both Swedish. It works. Okay. Next one.
All right. 1993 romantic comedy film Sleepless in Seattle, starring Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, and co-written and directed by Nora Ephron, is released.
The movie I didn't like when I first saw it, but it's kind of grown on me over the years.
I don't mind it.
I don't mind. Well, it's the same writer as Harry Met Sally and You've Got Mail and all that, so they've kind of like grown on me a little bit. Next one, sir.
1998, Saving Private Ryan, directed by Steven Spielberg and starring Tom Hanks, Edward Burns, and Matt Damon, is released and got an award for Best Director 1999.
Yeah, it won
Boy,
Best
over the
Director,
course
but-
of 5 short years, Tom Hanks went from looking for love in all the wrong places to looking for Matt Damon in all the
Yeah.
wrong places.
in all the wrong places. The first of many films in which Matt Damon has to get saved. It's amazing that he won Best Director for this, but the movie still lost Best Picture to Shakespeare in Love. Next one, sir.
This is all for you because you're not trying to do these names.
Yeah.
2001, Spirited Away, written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki.
Tamagotchi.
You're good. You're close. It's, Hayao Miyazaki.
Okay. It's released in Japan. Academy Award Best Animated Feature, 2003.
Spirited Away is a good movie. Hayao Miyazaki is the creative director of a company called Studio Ghibli out of Japan that is known for their animated films, and so they've done things like Spirited Away, My Friend Totoro, Grave of the Fireflies. These are all like really, really good animated films with that can appeal to kids but also have very adult themes.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Sparkle.
I think a lot of them go now through Disney, released through Disney over the stateside.
It's possible, yeah, because a
a lot
lot
of
of them were released like years after they were released in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next one.
2014 action sci-fi film Guardians of the Galaxy, directed by James Gunn, starring Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana. Premieres in Hollywood, Los Angeles.
A movie that was surprisingly good, a surprising hit, even though it was a Marvel film and Marvel was everything at the time. But I think people were shocked when it did as well as it did.
It wasn't a very well known comic, or at least I didn't think it was.
No.
It's kind of James Gunn's thing, bring the B level kind of characters to the forefront.
The Weasel, Polka Dot Man.
Weasel. Polka Dot Man. Peacemaker has his own fucking TV show now. Yeah. Next one, sir.
2019 Marvel superhero film Avengers Endgame becomes the world's highest grossing film, overtaking Avatar and earning $2.9 billion.
Which
$1
I think has been dwarfed now at this point by some other films, but at the time was pretty crazy that it made that much money.
Will we go to the theater to rewatch Endgame to get the alternate ending, the new ending that they're using before Doomsday comes out? Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'll go to the movies to see it. I'm sure I can get it bootlegged at some point, but or watch it on Disney when it comes out.
Nothing makes sense.
I'll talk about Avengers Doomsday in a moment because it's in my movie updates. The last one you got there, sir.
2024 Marvel film. We got a roll here with Marvel. Deadpool and Wolverine, starring Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, opens to the highest earnings of the year, $233.3 million in U.S. and $438 million globally.
A movie that the three of us saw together,
mm-hmm.
and I really liked it. Had a good time watching that film. Theater was a lot of fun for that. It was one of those good theater reaction movies.
Have you guys seen this floating around where it's the idea of Deadpool movie, but he's part of like the X-Men and everything else, and it's PG-13, and he can't keep his he has to determine the right minute, the right moment, so the entire movie you're watching him go and then it's ruined by one of the other characters.
It would be great if it was ruined by a character you wouldn't expect it from, like Professor Xavier drops an F-bomb at some point, or like Rogue.
Well, somebody chimed in and said it should be Wolverine.
Yeah. I mean, you would think if anybody's going to steal the F word from him in a PG-13 film, it's going to be Wolverine. But it would be funny if it was just somebody you didn't expect it from.
Jubilee,
like a Toad. Like if it was stolen by one of the villains, that'd be even better. You son of a bitch.
It's some minor
All right.
villain too, not a major
Yeah,
one.
somebody like the blob. All right, let's hear some beer news.
Kevin's here, he's here for beer. He's got news, it's beer news with Kevin.
Gentlemen, you know that I work diligently throughout the week to give you the best stories that I can find.
Right up to the last minute.
Read them, scrutinized over them, and definitely making my own notes as this. I got the sub headline, the byline. All right. Alaska wants to seize a pilot's plane over a 6-pack of beer. The Supreme Court will hear his case. The nation's highest court has agreed to hear Kenneth Jopie's case as he argues that taking his 1969 Cessna would violate the Eighth Amendment's excessive fine clause. And you're thinking, I didn't hear anything about alcohol with that. Keep your ears open. The Supreme Court agreed Monday to review an Alaska Bush pilot's claim that state authorities have tried to illegally seize his $95,000 plane after a passenger brought a 6-pack of beer on a flight bound for a dry village. The pilot, Kenneth Jopie, sued to block his plane seizure after he was convicted of an alcohol-related misdemeanor charge. The Alaska Supreme Court ruled in the state's favor that Jopie's plane was subject to criminal forfeiture laws. On Monday, however, the nation's highest court has agreed to hear Jopie's case. He argues that taking his 1969 Cessna would violate the Eighth Amendment's excessive fine clause. Arguments are expected in the fall. I'm in my 80s now, and I've been fighting for this for over a decade because I see it as my duty to ensure that the Bill of Rights actually means something in protecting against government overreach, Jopie said in a statement released by his attorney at the Institute for Justice. In April 1912, Jopie was preparing to fly a passenger from Fairfax to a remote village, Beaver, where alcohol was banned. The passenger had packed beer with other groceries in her luggage. State police troopers searched Jopie's plane before it departed and spotted the 6-pack of Budweiser. I thought it was a beer. God. In the shopping bag. Jopie, his company, and his passenger were charged with misdemeanor offense of knowingly transporting an alcoholic. Yeah. Into a dry community. The passenger pled guilty. A jury convicted Jopie and the company after a trial. The judge sentenced him to 3 days in jail. This seems very excessive. Jopie's attorney says Alaska's High Court examined his conduct purely in abstract terms and didn't evaluate whether it was part of a broader pattern of criminal activity. And they say it wasn't. Few excessive fine cases will present the issue so sharply. A decision upholding a forfeiture of his plane for a 6-pack is self-recommending candidate for review. Lawyers from the Institute of Justice wrote in an appeal. In response, lawyers from Alaska's Attorney General office argued that the Supreme Court's fact-bound decision should be allowed to stand.
I'm going to say, like, that's a waste, man. You fight for 10 years.
Yeah, that's a lot of government waste for a 6-pack of carbonated water.
Yeah, I was going to say, you should just recognize it was 90% water and called it a day.
Yeah. Courts across the country apply a multi-factor test to determine whether a fine of forfeiture is grossly disproportional to the gravity of the offense. They wrote, Jopie does not claim that the 4-part standard applied to the Alaska Supreme Court is wrong, only that the court misapplied settled law by giving too much weight to some factors and not enough weight to other factors. Jopie's attorney argued that the ruling from the state's highest court conflicts with case laws established in other courts, including the U.S. Supreme Court precedent. An excessive fines clause was built for cases like this, they said. Alaska's attorneys say Jopie hasn't shown how punishing him with forfeiture of his plane is grossly disproportional to the gravity of the offense. Alcohol abuse is a serious problem in rural Alaska. and airplanes are sometimes the only realistic means to commit the crime of alcohol importation. They wrote that
There's
just
not much else to do in Alaska.
Let's take the man's plane. Could you imagine if that happened like Ocean City, New Jersey, where it's another drive down? Okay. Now to something on a more chipper note. The Wisconsin State Fair gets 2 beers flavored as fair favorite sweets. Oh.
Fried butter.
No. Right?
And chocolate covered Twinkies.
Oh, there we go. A cream puff in beer form. Now that's Wisconsin maxing. Leinenkugel has a new cream puff ale, which will be exclusively available at the 2026 Wisconsin State Fair, according to its news release. It's in commemoration of the fair's 175th anniversary and will benefit the Wisconsin State Fair Park Foundation. And Leine's isn't the only one turning a fair staple into a brewski. Lakefront Brewery is too. Those cinnamon sugar mini donuts. Lakefront, one of Milwaukee's first craft breweries, teamed up with another longtime local fixture, Sills Mini Donuts, to create Sills Mini Donut Ale, according to the news release. It will only be available during the year's fair, which is running from August 6th to 16th.
These sound like your kind of beers.
Yeah, they actually are.
I mean, I would probably try the donut one. I don't know about the cream puff one, but
I might try the cream puff one because you figure they're cream ales, cream sodas.
Yeah.
So. And there's chocolate involved in some beers. Leinenkugel's cream puff ale features a pastry-like malt character, a creamy mouthfeel with a subtly sweet vanilla finish. And the news release said it's brewed with Vienna and American honey malts, oats, and German noble hops. The beer will be available solely at this year's state fair while supplies last, and it will be making its debut on the fair's first day. For every keg sold, the release said Leinenkugel will donate $50 to the Wisconsin State Fair Park Foundation. The Lakefront Sills Mini Donut Ale is brewed with Munich and caramel malt, along a subtle addition of cinnamon and vanilla. The release said it was described as capturing the tasty flavor of a cinnamon sugar treat straight from one of Sills' donut stands. They will also only be available at the State Fair, and they will be found on the grounds of Benno's Lakefront Brewery, Beer Garden, and the Micro. So, gentlemen, if you are heading to Wisconsin in early August, you know where to go.
All I know is the one beer was described as having a creamy mouthfeel, which I don't know if it's just me, but that sounds like a Pornhub search term. Oh my God, I get to play my song tonight. Hold on.
Movie updates with Leo. Movie updates with Leo. Movie updates with Leo. Movie updates Leo.
All right. What's that?
There was a death this week.
Yeah, I'll talk about that in a moment. Avengers Doomsday trailer finally released. It was released yesterday, I believe, and the film hits theaters on December 18th, 2026. The trailer looked really good. It had a similar feel to like the Infinity War and Endgame trailers, because of the size of the cast that's involved and the multiple storylines that are going to be told. So, I'm optimistic about it. I don't know if it'll be as good as some of those previous movies, but I was at least optimistic after watching the trailer. Have either of you guys seen the trailer yet?
I have not.
Yeah, I mean, you go on YouTube and it's bound to pop up first. It's like it's got so many views already that you'll see it. It does look pretty good, and you get a nice little tease as to some of the characters you're going to see either returning or new or whatever. So check it out. It looks pretty good. There was one death this week. Was a young actress named, I believe her name was Kaylee Hodel. I don't really know much about her. I looked it up. Like, she was in the Godzilla movie that Millie Bobby Brown did back in 2021, I think it was.
Godzilla vs. Kong, right?
Yeah, she's a young actress. She was 18 years old and was killed in a car accident this week.
Yep.
I didn't know too many of her other roles that she was involved in, so I I feel. I mean, it's sad, but I didn't know the actress well enough to like make a big, a big not say a big deal, but to make a big like.
The King Kong, the Godzilla King Kong movie was also the one that Sam was in. We talked about last week. Who just
Sam was in that we talked about last week.
Yeah, the guy that just passed.
Oh,
Sam Neill.
Yeah,
Sam Neill. No, Sam Neill's going to be in. I know he's going to be in like the new one that's coming out. It's like a posthumous role. I don't remember if he was in that one, but I know he's going to be in the one that's coming out soon. I think she's in it too, so I think it might be two posthumous character performances in that film. And I hate to say this, guys. I know we were trying to wait to do this as like a guy thing, but I went and saw The Odyssey yesterday.
You bastard!
I was I had a day, and I was bored.
There's one of those boxes in the corner instead of go to see the movie.
The movie was 2 hours and 52 minutes long, not counting the trailers. I managed to hold my pee the entire time, which I was impressed.
Wow.
But it was a long time I was sitting in those chairs.
I thought you were going to take the catheter you got for Christmas.
Yeah, I should have. I had already done a urine test that morning because I had to go get blood work done, so I was kind of empty at that point. Here's the good. It has your typical Nolan feel. The set pieces are amazing, especially the monster set pieces like the Cyclops and Scylla and like when they have a scene where they go to Hades. That scene is fucking amazing. Like that scene is like God level. It's so good. The bad. Too long. I mean, exceptionally long. There were so many things that could have been cut out.
It's almost like you were there for 10 years.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was an odyssey. I was expecting to come home and find Katie fighting off a bunch of suitors. It was too long. He was trying to do with the Odyssey like he did with the Dark Knight, which was make it a very grounded, realistic portrayal of the story, which is very contradictory to the mythological stuff that happens, like facing the Cyclops. So it's kind of jolting when they get into like the fantastic parts of the adventures. He uses modern day English, which kind of took me out of the story every now and then. Like when Tom Holland refers to him as dad. And like there's one scene where he's like, we've been on this fucking beach for 10 years. I'm like, what? So that like kind of took me out of it a little bit. It was kind of weird. It was like a reverse Baz Luhrmann. And the pacing was odd because most of the story was told in flashbacks as opposed to like linearly like it normally is told. So I'm gonna say it was a good movie. I did enjoy it. I wasn't like all the thing that people were complaining about, like Lupita Nyong'o and Elliot Page, like none of that had a factor in the story to an extent that I would say it ruined the movie. Like both of them are in the film for a mere 3 to 4 minutes each, like really quick little cameos. But all the actors I thought were really good. I like Matt Damon a lot. Anne Hathaway was great. John Bernthal was really good as Menelaus. I actually was really surprised by how good John Leguizamo was in the film. I wasn't sure he was going to play the role really well, but I actually enjoyed his performance. And like overall, I thought it was a good film, but it's not Nolan's best. I still think Oppenheimer was a much better movie. I think Dunkirk's a much better movie. I think he tried to make it too much Nolan and not a lot of Greek myth. So overall, good movie. It was better than Spielberg's film. Disclosure day. I still had the most fun watching Masters of the Universe in the theater, though.
I started watching it on Prime because it's on Prime now. And I like the beginning so far, but I haven't been able to get too far through it. So.
It's fun. It's not the best movie ever made, but it really lives up to the campiness of the cartoon.
I'm done. I'm shaking my head. Yeah. Okay, we'll know for next time.
Yeah. He actually didn't ruin the movie for once, Jared Leto. So yeah, but I mean I would say if you want to see the Odyssey in theater, I would say go see it because it's worth seeing it on the big screen. I didn't do the IMAX experience because I didn't have $500 for a ticket, but even in standard definition was good. I did have a really bad headache at the end of the film because he does his usual thing where everything is fucking louder than the dialogue. Like there are scenes where I couldn't hear anything anybody was saying because the special effects and the sound effects and the music were so goddamn loud. Oh my God. The screaming in the Cyclops scene was like deafening. Like it was so loud. Worth seeing. I'll go see it again if you guys want to see it. I'll take a bathroom break this time, but I'll go see it again. I was worried about telling you guys. I don't want you to get mad at me.
Too late.
Mike, you have a must-try craft for us tonight?
I do. Fancy Lawnmower is a refreshing Kolsch-style ale brewed by St. Arnold Brewing Company in the United States, Houston, Texas. Inspired by the traditional beers of Cologne, Germany, it is brewed with German Hallertart hops and Kolsch yeast to create a crisp, easy-drinking beer that's ideal for warm weather. It is a 4.9% alcohol by volume. Tasting notes are light golden in color with clean, crisp finish. Delicate aromas of floral hops and fresh grains lead to flavors of light, sweet malt, crackers, some citrus, lemon zest, and a touch of honey, balanced by gentle hop bitterness. The finish is dry, refreshing, and high level.
As per my MO, I would just drink it because it was called Fancy Lawnmower.
Yeah.
Whether or not I liked it is another story. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with our main segment tonight, Real Plot or Not, Shark Week edition. All right, everybody, we are back tonight with our main segment. We're playing Real Plot or Not. We have done this before with really crazy, shitty movies, but tonight we decided to do a Shark Week edition. So all the films that we are going to be discussing tonight are shark-related in some way. I'm going to say this right now. You know Jaws is definitely not on this list. You know Deep Blue Sea with Samuel L. Jackson is not going to be on this list because they are... One's a really good shark film, and one's a fun shark film. The Meg is not on this list. A movie that I rewatched this week. For whatever reason, I don't know. I might have been drinking in the daytime. Who knows? So, like, movies like that are not on this list. And then there are certain, like, Sci-Fi Channel originals that we know already, like Sharknado, or the one that Mike and I watched together, Sharktopus. Mike, you and I watched a bunch of like really bad ones that day. Like we were like kind of blowing through Sci-Fi Channel movies on like 2x speed just to like kind of like see how bad they were. And we were like, man, here's some really bad ones out there. So movies like that are not going to be on the list that we already know exist. So all the movies I have here are either Tubi originals, Pluto TV originals, Sci-Fi Channel originals, or Leo made them up himself originals. I have 12 of them here. The guys are going to try to guess them. We'll see who gets the right amount, who gets the most right at the end of the game. And then for the ones that are real, I do have some images I'll pop up on the screen so you can see what the covers look like for these films. So I'm trying to decide if I should mix this up a little bit or just go in the order that I have them listed. I kind of have them like randomized, so they're not all like real, not real, real, not real kind of shit, but we'll see how it goes. All right, here's the first one. And since these are like really shitty, low budget films, I'm going to give you the name of the film as well. Because the name of the film is almost as ridiculous as the plot sometimes.
Oh.
So let's go with, we'll start with this one. After surviving a shark attack during a full moon, a disgraced lifeguard discovers he transforms into a humanoid shark whenever the tide rises. He must stop a coastal developer from opening a luxury resort while resisting the increasingly inconvenient urge to eat the tourists. This film is called Were Shark, Blood in the Water.
That sounds so bad. It's got to be a real plot.
I think it's real. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to write this down to keep track of it. Mike and Kevin both say that this is a real film. The verdict says this one is fake. This is a Leo original. Were shark.
Okay.
All right, let's give you this one now. Let's go with. Oh, since we did the werewolf one, let's do the vampire one now. This one is a vampire shark awakened beneath a ruined seaside castle, begins draining victims instead of eating them, forcing a disgraced marine biologist and a local priest to hunt it down. This film is called Sharkula. Kevin says not real. Michael?
I'm going to go with plot.
Mike says this is a real film. Kevin says this is a fake film. The winner for number 2 is... Wait, I got to double check. Fake. This is a fake. I actually had to recheck it myself. I remember if it was fake or not. This is a fake film. Sharkula is made up. All right. Let's stick with the supernatural. After being tortured and killed by angry fishermen, a great white returns as a supernatural predator capable of attacking
That's
any
Jaws 2.
source of water,
And
including
3.
swimming pools, plumbing, and even a roadside car wash. What did you say, Mike?
That's Jaws 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, no, it's part 4 where it has tracking abilities. No, this one is called Ghost Shark.
Yeah, I think that's a real one too.
Mike's going real. Kevin's going real on this one as well.
Especially since
There
you
we
put
go.
it up in our credits at the beginning.
Did I?
Yes.
Well, I didn't say it was real or fake or not, even though I had it in the intro. So you both guys say that Ghost Shark is real. I'm going to tell you that Ghost Shark is real.
Yes, here it is. Considering that there are movies featuring ghost sharks, avalanche sharks, and sharks that apparently ignore the laws of biology.
I would like to point out the cast on this film
Got
includes Richard Mole, who played Bull on Night Court. The tagline's written in Spanish. It's but in English it says "Legends never die." They stole the tagline from Sandlot for this film. Ghost Shark. I shouldn't say we're also not including Santa Jaws because we all know that that's a real movie about a shark with a Santa Claus hat on its dorsal fin. All right, let me see. So we did that one, and that one. Let's go to this one's good. Illegal fracking releases prehistoric underground sharks that pursue a group of escaped female prisoners and the hostages they have taken to the Arkansas wilderness. This film is called Sharkansas Women's Prison Massacre.
Sounds like porn.
It does sound like porn. Kevin says no. Mike says no. So Kevin and Mike are both going fake on Sharkansas Women's Prison. And sorry, guys. Oops, wrong movie. It is this one here. It is a real film.
Oh, my God. I didn't even know Arkansas had fucking beach product.
Stars Dominique Swain, who I believe was in like a couple of like 90s like sex comedies.
Tracy Lords.
And Tracy Lords, who is a porn star. This looks to me like a Skinamax original. I think this one is definitely like a Skinamax original.
Cinemax After Dark.
That is a real film. A radioactive shark mutates after feeding near a coastal power plant and gains the ability to travel through flooded sewer pipes beneath a high school during prom night. This movie is called Nuclear Shark High School. You guys both say real on this one.
Yeah, we're going to say real.
Nuclear Shark High School is made up.
Damn it! I should have went the other way.
I made that one up.
I'm one down. I need to go get Kevin just to catch up.
Let's see. All right, so I already put the poster up for this one, so we're going to eliminate it because I fucked up. It's evolved sharks develop the ability to swim through sand and terrorize a small beach town, forcing the residents to battle predators that no longer require water. The film is called Sand Sharks, and it is a real film. I accidentally put the poster up already. I actually remember seeing the trailer for this. It was a sci-fi channel original that was made around the time that the Sharknado films were being made, and so I remember seeing the trailer for it. I didn't watch it. Calm yourselves. But I do remember seeing the trailer for it. All right.
It sounds like that SNL skit, knocking on the door. Land shark.
Land shark.
No, I'm just a porpoise, man.
That's what the beer's named after. Land shark beer. A man discovers that a land-dwelling shark has taken up residence inside his house. So he recruits an eccentric shark expert and a former real estate agent to help him reclaim the property. This film is called House Shark.
Land shark.
House Shark. House Shark. Mike says no. Kevin says no. So both of you guys say not real on House Shark. And unfortunately, House Shark is a real film.
So stupid.
It's me.
House Shark.
Oh,
I haven't seen the trailer for this one, but it wouldn't surprise me if it had the same quality as Birdemic. I didn't include Big Shark either, the Tommy Wiseau movie. A military experiment resurrects dead sharks which crawl ashore during a beach festival and begin turning anyone they bite into saltwater dependent zombies. It's called Sharks of the Living Dead. Kevin says yes.
No.
Mike says no. Let's see. So we got Kevin fake, Mike real.
No,
I'm sorry, you were fake and Kevin was real. So the winner is Katie said she's the winner. Right now, I think Katie is doing better than you guys on this right now.
Yeah.
Sharks of the Living Dead is a fake film.
Yes. We're tied now.
You tied now. Good. Glad you're keeping track of this because I'm trying to keep track and I'm pretty sure I fucked it up already. Here we go. Next one. This is a good one. A group of friends uses a Ouija board and accidentally summons a ghost shark that can float through houses, forests, and swimming pools while hunting them one by one. The film is called Ouija Shark. Kevin says yes.
No.
Mike says no. So we got Kevin, yes. And Michael, no. And the winner is Kevin.
Oh, God.
Ouija Shark. Gonna need a bigger board. I know you can't see the bottom of the photo, but the girl's holding a Ouija board. Ouija Shark.
People pay money to make this shit.
Yeah, that's the best part. The thing is, they're all like made for TV, like
Somebody's still paying money for it.
I bet you the budgets though are like so minuscule they make it back on their ads that they get on those films. When a genetically enhanced shark attacks the president's floating emergency command center, a Secret Service agent must defend the vessel while the vice president secretly negotiates with the creature's creator. This one's called Shark Force One. Mike says no. Kevin says yes. So we got Kevin, yes. Michael, no. The winner is Michael. That is a fake film.
Good. Now we're tied again.
We already did Sand Sharks, so we'll eliminate that one. So I have, how many have we done? So we got 2 left. Here we go. Chance for you guys to either take the lead or tie. Here we go. Shaped like a demented starfish, a monster 5-headed shark terrorizes the open ocean before invading the beaches of Puerto Rico, endangering the once peaceful island paradise. This film is called 5-Headed Shark Attack.
Yes, that's real.
So you guys both say that this one is real, and you are both correct. You can't survive the 5.
That's too absurd not to be a real.
Mhm.
You want to know it's even better than five-headed shark attack? There's a two-headed shark attack. That's the first film. There's a sequel called Three-Headed Shark Attack. They skipped the 4 and went straight to 5. So the third film is Five-Headed Shark Attack. And then there's a fourth film called Six-Headed Shark Attack.
You see, four-headed shark attack just doesn't make sense. It's impossible.
It just doesn't work out symmetrically.
Mm.
Like, they totally skipped Four-Headed Shark Attack. They're like, I don't know how many more of these we're going to be able to make. We might as well just go right to 5. All right, so you guys both got that one, so you're still tied. So this is it. This is the either the final tie or the tiebreaker. Let's see. Decades ago, the USSR developed unkillable sharks and launched them to the moon. Today, a team of American astronauts will endure the fight of their lives. This film is called Shark Side of the Moon. Kevin says real. Michael says fake. Kevin wins.
Damn.
Dude, this is a Tubi original film.
I see this.
I watched the trailer the other day. I am watching this movie as soon as I can. It's got humanoid hammerhead sharks chasing people around a space station. It's like totally my wavelength.
Do you guys remember the toys from the 90s that they were sharks, but they were, personified?
Yeah.
And
Oh my God, what the hell were they called? I'll tell you something even better. The commercial for that toy stars Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
I got to find it now because it's going to bother me if I don't. Shark toys from the 90s. How are they called? Oh, here they are. Street Sharks.
That's it.
Street Sharks, yes. And the commercial stars Vin Diesel. It's his very first acting role. And he's I'm going to find it. We're going to play it. We got to play this. I don't care if I get demonetized for it. It's fucking awesome. So here we go. Street Shark Vin Diesel commercial. Let's see. Here it is. I found it. I got to share my screen so we can watch this. This is a Films and Fermentation exclusive Vin Diesel Street Shark commercial.
Say hello to that round mound of pound and his power slam. Very deadly. Oh. He loves to tenderize the competition before he eats him. Then we've got Sledge the Hammerhead. Sledge the Hammerhead loves to floor the competition with the flying headbutt. You got me?
It was so early he had hair.
Flying headbutt. Bing!
We'll have to keep that one in mind when we do the toys that time forgot. So Kevin wins by 1 point tonight. Kevin, you get some double secret bonus points, sir. Congratulations.
Yay.
Mike, you have any beer trivia for us this evening?
I do. Beer played a major role in the development and widespread adoption of pasteurization. In 1860s, French scientist Louis Pasteur was asked to investigate why beer and wine were spoiling during storage and transport. Through his research, he discovered that microorganisms, yeast and bacteria, were responsible for both fermentation and spoilage. Pasteur found that gently heating beer to around 50 to 60 Celsius, 122 to 140 Fahrenheit, for a short period killed most spoilage microorganisms without significantly affecting the beer's flavor. This process dramatically extended the beer's shelf life, making it easier to transport over long distances and reducing costly losses for brewers. His findings were established in Études sur la bière, studies on beer, in 1876, and the heating process became known as pasteurization. While the technique was first developed to protect beer and wine, it's later adapted for milk and other many other foods and beverages becoming one of the most important advances in food safety, thanks to beer and wine.
All right. We have a cinema.
What are the odds that somebody with the name Pasture would find something called pasteurization? What are the odds? Crazy.
Same odds as somebody named what the hell was the baseball player's name?
Lou Gehrig?
Lou Gehrig, having Lou Gehrig's disease. Same odds. I've had a lot of shark bite tonight. I can't remember things. I can remember the commercial where Shark Side of the Moon, but I can't remember Lou Gehrig's name. We have a cinema quote of the week.
The trouble with being a leading man is that by the time you're good enough to be one, you're too old to play one. That's from Robert Mitchum.
The problem of being a leading lady is eventually you get too old for Hollywood to want to make you a leading lady. Double Uno reverse there. How were our drinks tonight, gentlemen?
The Allagash Lager was okay. It was a regular beer. I'm glad I'm finishing with my Blue Moon.
My Shark Attack was good, even though my second one was a little more purple than blue.
And like I said, this is a good beer. I mean, it's nothing to write home about, but it is a solid beer.
I like how Michael said, I wanted to mention this brewery on the program because they do have some pretty good beers, but every beer he talked about was nothing to write home about.
Well, they're all, no, because all their beers were solid beer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nothing was bad, nothing was overly great, but they were all solid. I go to places that I get one beer that I like.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us tonight for episode 247, Real Plot or Not, Shark Week edition. We hope you enjoyed listening to the podcast as much as we enjoyed recording it for you. Again, Kevin won by 1 point. You can go ahead, Mike. What were you going to say?
No, I wasn't going to say anything.
You were getting ready to say something. Filmsoffermentation.com. If you want to send us an email, you go to linktree.com/filmsoffermentation. Find all our social media podcast links. Watch us on the Pod Nation Media Network on Roku, on YouTube, on Rumble. Join us on patreon.com /filmsoffermentation for as little as $1 a month to get members only content. Text us at 904-867-4466. But don't forget to stop by the crossroads between pickled and fermented next time around for episode 248. We're going to do an episode on movies you didn't know were based on books. And so we're talking about films that are based on novels, novellas, graphic novels, things of that nature, but not obvious ones like Harry Potter or, like Patriot Games or anything like that, like films that we know were based on books. We're doing films that if you didn't know any better, you would have thought they were original.
Like Where's Waldo?
Like Where's Waldo, the film, or Curious George, the motion picture.
Winnie the Pooh.
In the meantime, I'm Leo.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Mike.
This has been the Films and Fermentation podcast. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.